showcase of the Immortals making its 35th edition, you can be sure the WWE is prepared to make its biggest show of the year into an even bigger one. Even though it's super early, here are 15 bold predictions for WrestleMania 35. Number 1. Hulk Hogan as guest host. This year's WrestleMania failed to have a guest host, but why WrestleMania needs a guest host in the first place is beyond us. But in our opinion, if you're gonna have one, it should always be a huge WWE superstar. And to be honest, they don't come much bigger than Hulk Hogan. Since recently both he and the WWE have reconciled, Hogan has been reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame and re-acknowledged by WWE, they shouldn't have him return on TV for a minor appearance. They should wait until Mania to bring back the Hulkster, kicking off Mania as guest host, just like he did at WrestleMania 30. Number 2. The Revival vs the Authors of Pain vs the Bludgeon Brothers vs the Bar. The WWE can't go wrong with a fatal 4-way match pitting 4 of its best and toughest tag teams. It's difficult to know which team will be on which roster by 2019, but a matchup involving these 4, preferably an elimination match, will have fans wishing that WWE did more with its tag team division on a regular basis. Number 3. Becky Lynch vs Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. After being in the background for so long and receiving huge support from the WWE Universe, it looks like the WWE are finally giving Becky Lynch the push she deserves, giving her a title shot at SummerSlam. Without the help of James Ellsworth in Carmella's corner, we could get a new SmackDown Women's Champion, and she could hold it until WrestleMania. It's an unlikely push for Lynch, but it could happen. Hopefully by then, WWE would see sense in booking Asuka the right way and give her another shot at the title at WrestleMania, but this time, she should win the belt. Number 4. Bayley vs Sasha Banks in a last woman standing match. The WWE has rightly let its female athletes showcase the same death-defying moves as their male athletes, giving fans a reason to enjoy their matches as much and sometimes more as their male counterparts. Even though Bayley has stumbled over the last year and Banks has got lost in the shuffle, both suffering from the bad booking that WWE has become legendary for, a good feud will each give them a chance to showcase their in-ring skills and develop some strong hate-filled promos. The only logical conclusion would be a fight to the finish, as both women compete in the first ever last woman standing match, ending the feud and building up the WWE's women's revolution further. It could also help Bayley rehabilitate her image after her disastrous kendo stick on a pole match against Alexa Bliss. Number 5. Bobby Lashley vs Braun Strowman. The WWE seems gun-shy about putting any world championship on Braun Strowman, and while we could spend all night critiquing their poor booking of Strowman, a battle of the behemoths would be a worthy bout at WrestleMania 35 as fans wonder whether Strowman's sheer power can overcome Lashley's own remarkable power coupled with his MMA skills. This match has slobber knocker written all over it, and it's a good way to give the fans lots of brawling between some technical bouts. While the WWE isn't afraid to book babyface versus babyface encounters, they might feel the need to add the drama of a heel versus face battle to make this WrestleMania worthy. Number 6. Samoa Joe vs Daniel Bryan. With AJ Styles set to square off against Samoa Joe at SummerSlam, it looks like what could have been a WrestleMania dream match will take place much earlier. Not that we're complaining or anything. Considering the number of possible dream matches involving AJ Styles in the WWE roster, that's fine by us, and it's safe to say no one will feel that they're settling with a Joe vs Bryan match. Fans who watched Joe and the American Dragon Bryan Danielson tear up the mat in Ring of Honor know that they can expect a 5-star bout when these two lock up. While we're certain this encounter won't main event the WWE's flagship show, it's all but certain to steal the show, but that's only if Bryan is even with the company at the time, as his contract expires September 1st. Whilst rumours have suggested he's signed a new deal, nothing official has been mentioned. Number 7. The 5th Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The Battle Royal has become an annual tradition ever since WrestleMania 30, and it would be no surprise if WWE carries on the tradition for 2019's big event. A second Women's Battle Royal may also take place, but one thing's for sure, WWE will almost certainly carry on the tradition of the winner receiving nothing more than a giant trophy. Number 8. AJ Styles vs Finn Balor for the WWE Championship. This is a match that will take some work on the WWE's part if they want to make it into something for the ages. Few would argue these two mat technicians would put on a dud match, but the WWE needs to spend the next year rebuilding Finn Balor's image into a main eventer. If they can do this, the Phenomenal One versus the Demon will make for many WrestleMania moments, preferably with the WWE Championship on the line. And when we say it's going to be the Phenomenal One versus the Demon, we mean Balor will wear his makeup and full regalia for a spectacular entrance. Number 9. The IKonics vs the Riott Squad for the Interbrand Women's Tag Team Championship. With Stephanie McMahon's recent announcement of the Women's Evolution pay-per-view, which will be held in October this year, it's likely WWE will reveal the long-rumoured Women's Tag Team Championship on the pay-per-view. So there's no doubt by next year's WrestleMania, we will have a proper Women's Tag Team division. The only problem is that at this moment, the Women's Tag Team division is looking a little thin, with only a handful of proper teams on both SmackDown and Raw. Thus, having two separate brand belts wouldn't make any sense unless the WWE creates a number of tag teams from the current roster. It's therefore likely the WWE will make the championship interbrand, having tag teams from both Raw and SmackDown battle for the belts, especially since rumours have suggested the belts are in a neutral white. The only teams that come to mind for the meantime and WWE looking to push is the IKonics and the Riott Squad, possibly bringing in early the highly advantageous Freebird rule for the group. Number 10. Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Elias, Andrade Cien Almas, Bobby Roode, Baron Corbin and Rusev compete in a ladder match. The ladder match has become a WrestleMania tradition, and unlike 2-hour pre-shows and 5-hour shows, it's a tradition fans can live with. The WWE has several ladder match veterans to guide the way, but we're hoping the WWE will use some of its younger stars rise to the occasion. Whether the US Championship or the Intercontinental Championship is on the line, everyone in attendance will be a winner. The only downside to this match is that it means none of these superstars will be competing in the main event. Number 11. Batista vs Triple H. Batista has been itching to return to WWE and had in fact contacted the WWE on whether he could be Ronda Rousey's tag team partner at WrestleMania 34, but WWE ultimately turned down the idea, and Batista has even noted they have snubbed him ever since. Regardless of the snubbing, Batista is still keen on having one final run in the company, and what could be better than a WrestleMania 21 rematch going against his former Evolution stablemate Triple H. Number 12. Roman Reigns vs Seth Rollins vs Dean Ambrose for the Universal Championship. Although the WWE's plans to reunite the Shield and presumably break them up again went awry due to illness and injury, the company is rumoured to be turning Dean Ambrose heel, with people speculating he'll challenge whomever wins the Universal Championship, with both Reigns and Rollins rumoured to be in the running. So don't be surprised to see all three Shield brothers battle it out for the Universal Championship. Just who will be champion going in and who will be champion going out should make things even more intriguing. Number 13. Ronda Rousey vs Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. This match was cemented in fans' heads only days after WrestleMania 34, with the possibility that this could be the first time ever a women's match has ever headlined or main evented WrestleMania. Whilst it won't be the first women's main event thanks to the recently announced all-women's pay-per-view, it will certainly be a huge match for WrestleMania 35's main event. Number 14. The Miz vs Daniel Bryan. This again depends on whether Daniel Bryan will be with the WWE at the time of next year's WrestleMania. If he is, it's more likely he will carry on his feud with The Miz. And if so, WWE will have to play this one right, as the two are rumoured to face each other at SummerSlam to keep the fans invested until Mania. And number 15. John Cena vs The Undertaker in a retirement match. Does The Undertaker have one more match in him? We think the answer is yes. But the real question should be asked is whether he has one good match left in him. There's considerable buzz building that Taker will meet up with Cena at WrestleMania 35, hopefully atoning for their awful encounter they had at WrestleMania 34. What do you guys think of the matches we predicted? What would you change? Let us know in the comments down below of your full list of WrestleMania predictions. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.